Over the years, EA has taken out some great features from Career Mode that many of us still miss. In today's video, I'm going to highlight some of those features. Bringing these features back will definitely improve the Career Mode experience. If you do enjoy the video, please leave a like for me and make sure you subscribe for more FIFA videos. I think a lot of Career Mode people are going to remember this feature. This one was called Request Funds. If you go to your manager's office, there was a tab called Request Funds, and this basically was a feature that gave you more money if you needed it in the transfer window. Sometimes when you play Career Mode, you need that extra 7 million or something to complete one extra transfer because you've blown your budget already, and this feature would actually inject some funds if you qualified. So pretty much it says, after investigating the transfer market and our current squad, I've come to the decision that the present transfer budget will not be enough to achieve the level of success I want for this club. As a result, I hereby request that you grant me additional transfer funds for the sum specified below. Now, you can't go overboard and put 100 million. You're most likely never going to get that money, but you could probably get 7 or 8 million. And then you could basically promise the board some stuff as well. You had to promise sometimes to win the league and win the cup, depending on what club you had. The expectations would adjust, and then you submit your offer there, and sometimes you would get accepted, sometimes rejected. So you do have to wait a few days after you submit the request, and then you get your verdict via email. It says, Mr. Manager, we have reviewed your request, but at this moment we do not feel that we have seen enough of you at this club to make a decision on the matter. Please bring this to our attention later in the year and we will reconsider. So that's pretty much how it works. One of the most popular removed features. So when it comes to deciding your first 11 for your next game, you can always go in and manually change the lineup for your players, but there is a secret feature in this FIFA 13 Career Mode, and basically if you press the X button on your controller, if you play on Xbox, you can suggest the next match 11. Basically, your assistant will actually put the best players on the field based on form maybe, or even overall. In modern career modes, I think the only way an assistant manager can adjust your lineup is when a player is suspended or not available for the game. You'll get that prompt that comes up on your screen telling you about that. But in this one, you just press the X and watch what happens here. Look at this. It has like an animation and it subs in players, subs out players, and you might see a different lineup here in comparison to what we had before. So it looks like he's pretty happy with that lineup there. Some players that probably should start are on the bench for some reason, but it does depend on form, morale, and energy, I believe. And the assistant is pretty brutal sometimes, so he'll take out players that you think should be there. I thought this was a nice touch because sometimes, you might need to rest players and flick through the form and the overall, the energy and all that, and your assistant can do all this and suggest a lineup based on that. This has bothered me ever since FC25 came out. Do you remember the days where you could just start a career mode save without having to save it immediately? Being a content creator, there's a lot of saves that I start all the time, but I don't need to actually save them. But the game in FC25 forces me to save it. In FIFA 23, if I didn't want to save it, I could just press the back button, which was the circle button, and it would take me straight out and I didn't have to save it to my console. Ticket prices and adjusting ticket prices was a feature in old career modes. I remember back on the PSP FIFA 08, there was ticket prices and financial predictions, and there's many other career mode games that had the ticket price feature. It wasn't the best thing out there. Like, if you compare it to Madden career mode, you'll know that ticket prices are in merchandise, in different foods you can eat in the ground. That's a better feature. But at the time, EA just had low, medium, and high ticket pricing, which would affect your predicted budget. Obviously, the higher the prices, the more money you would generate, and you could use it in your budget. If you had low prices, then you would make less money. So it wasn't really a major feature at the time. It was just sort of there, and it just generated some extra money for you. They could do it much better these days. Just copy Madden and let us change the ticket prices for individual suites, the jersey prices, and also concession prices as well. That would be nice. Another thing people miss is, of course, the sponsorships. This is a very popular removed feature, and this was in older FIFA career modes like FIFA 08, FIFA 07. You can see how many sponsorship offers we have in FIFA 08 career mode on the Xbox 360. You've got things like Allen's Ace Body Shop. I don't know if this is a real company. It probably isn't, but it doesn't even matter. You've got the Miley Cyrus micro system, and then you've got Galindo Galleria, you've got Jones's Sauce, Nobby Tires as well, and Lana's Candies. You've got Little Sis Toys, Lunar Entertainment. Who came up with these names? I don't know. But anyway, you can see how many here. We've even got a pizzeria. And then we've got footwear. There's so many here. I've never seen so many in a career mode before. And basically, this is all you do. You go through each one and you pick the best one that's going to benefit you the most. So if you want to get more money per match, there's going to be companies that pay more like this one, 500k. Then you've got some that pay less like this one, 279k. Then there's loyalty bonuses as well. There's league bonuses, which basically pays out if you win the league. Domestic Cup bonus as well. It pays out if you win the league or maybe you beat their objective. And there's extra bonuses as well. So you go through each one and you basically pick the one that you think is going to be good for you. But you know what? I feel like some pizza. So today we're going to pick Roberto's Pizzeria. The players might even get some free pizza after each game. So basically you sign the contract, they become your sponsor. I don't know if it changes each season, but for now we've got Roberto's Pizzeria. If they make bad pizzas, they're out next season. Obviously, this would be good in Creator Club Career Mode as well. You could have the sponsor on your jersey as well. If you're going to have a Creator Club mode, you definitely need to bring the sponsorships back. When you start a Career Mode save, you have the option to do a preseason tournament. If you don't choose a tournament, you don't get any preseason warm-up games. What if there was a way to actually organize games without playing a preseason tournament? Back in older Career Modes, this one is on FIFA 08 on the PSP, you could actually schedule your own friendly matches. You could choose any clubs from any leagues around the world and you could send them an invite. They would accept or decline. Usually they would accept, and you could play up to 4 pre-season friendly games. You could even play 1 if you only felt like you needed 1. So I thought this was a nice feature. Sometimes you don't want to do a whole tournament, you just want to play 1 or 2 games, and you could pick from any club as well, which was also a nice touch, instead of the limitations that EA gives you with the pre-season tournament. So I like this feature as well. This should be like an alternative option if you don't want to do a pre-season tournament. Another interesting feature that got removed from manager mode was internal memos. These were features in like FIFA 08, FIFA 07, and basically they were like dilemmas or pop-ups that you had to respond to, which would affect your fan support, your team chemistry and all that kind of stuff there. So you've got this dilemma here from the directors who says if you can continue to provide results like you have today, we'll have no choice but to keep you on. That was a great win for Manchester United and has done wonders for your future with the club. Now there's 3 responses. The first one is I'm just getting started. The second one says don't apply pressure to the team. That will only make matters worse. Response number 3, it's good to see that you have realized the error of your ways. So let's say you wanted to be a little bit smart and give that response back to the board. It would basically trigger a reply from the board, and it says that was not an apology, Mr. Manager. Please do not think we have become unconditional, Mr. Manager. So basically, we're a little bit smart to the board, and obviously they hit us with 1 back, and job security went down by 1 point as well. So it does affect different things. There is a second internal memo that came up a few weeks later that said, fantastic match today, Mr. Manager. To what do you owe this excellent first season of yours? It seems as though you've stumbled onto a successful formula almost immediately after taking over at United. So you can do the first response. You don't have to look past the players to find a reason for our success. Number 2 is I think our record is a testament to my managerial skills. And then number 3, we've just had a string of good fortune. I can't expect this to last. So it's sort of like a press response. And basically we'll do this one, number 2. And let's see what they say. There has to be more to it than that. You may want to temper your tendency to self-promote if you wish to keep relations with the directors, fans and players in check. Team morale goes down by 1 and job security goes up by 1. Now this feature obviously works well because EA had at the time job security stats, fan appreciation stats and team chemistry stats. These days you have to satisfy the confidence rating, but you could still have this feature. It would just increase or decrease your popularity rating, I guess. Thank you to the Vapex FC channel members, Chris, Callum, Wing, Duffy Boy and Christian. If you want your name featured here at the end of each video, check out the link in the description and join the club. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like for me and make sure you subscribe to get more FC videos.